Hey, how you doing? Austin Hilton here. In this video, I'm going to be updating you on some of the latest information about Marathon Digital, one of the preeminent top crypto mining companies out there. Their ticker is MARA, by the way. This is a company that I'm extremely bullish on. Yes, I am bullish on them, even with all of the stuff going on with Bitcoin and Ethereum moving up and moving down. I view this as a long-term play. I view this as a, MARA and Riot and these guys are a way to be involved in crypto if you don't want to own the coins themselves. There is volatility in these stocks. They do move up, they do move down. MARA has absolutely done that. It's moved down, I think, in the last month about 30+% or more. Honestly, there's some days that I just don't want to look at it, and I don't look at it. I do own the stock, and I own it, and I view it as a long-term investment, guys. And so if you're thinking about getting into MARA or you're trying to figure that out, this piece of information today might help you kind of understand the lay of the land, because that's what I want to do. I bring you news and information around these stocks. We look at what do the analysts think of these stocks and what are they saying it's going to be worth in maybe in 12 months. We're going to look at that, but we're also going to look at it at a 6-month chart and then look at a piece of information about MARA that should help to clarify some things around this and just give you some input. Also, MARA is making some interesting moves related to compliancy scenarios, so we're going to talk about that. That's going to be in this piece of information, as well as also there's a very simple breakdown looking and showing you the breakdown of all the mining rigs they've got coming. MARA at the end of this year will be the largest mining company out there with north of 100-something thousand plus mining rigs, ton of them, and producing a ton of Bitcoin. So we're going to be looking at that schedule as well. So if that's of interest to you, that's what we're going to be covering. A lot of stuff we're going to be covering in this video, and I will continue to bring you update videos on MARA as well as other big companies. Also, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I always got to say that, just get that out there. Additionally, I bring you videos, update videos on big companies like Palantir, Tesla, all the EV players, you name it, I'm there reporting for you. So if that's of interest, consider subscribing and part of the community, as well as drop a like on this video if you would. If you get value out of it, I would greatly appreciate it. And before we move on, the other things I do is I also have a series of videos where I bring you growth and momentum stocks that are moving up. They're hitting their 52-week highs. They're trending. These are great stocks to just jump on and get onto. I bring you those videos as well, and I bring you penny stocks as well. I cover a lot of ground for you. So let's go take a look at what I've got for you for MARA. This is cool. I think you're going to like what I got for you. So as you can see from the chart, this is a 6-month chart for MARA, looking at the stock traded, ended trading yesterday at 33.57. This is a 6-month chart showing, really, I like to show and look at the 6-month chart because it gives you a really pretty good view of, frankly, the volatility. This stock moves up, it moves down, and if that's not suitable to you, your investing style, it may not be a stock you want to get into. I'm okay with it. I'm viewing this as a long-term investment, 12 months, 3 years, 5 years out. I believe in this thing long term because I believe that crypto is here to stay and is going to continue to become even more pervasive in our lives and just in our culture and all those kind of things. But you can see that the stock is volatile. Okay, it moves up. There are pullbacks. When the Nasdaq moves up and moves down, it moves up, moves down. Bitcoin, it rose with Bitcoin a little bit. It doesn't always correlate exactly, but Bitcoin's come back down a little bit as well. So that it tends to follow kind of what's going on with Bitcoin, Ethereum, things like that. You can see kind of in the last month that the stock itself has dropped, like I mentioned, about 34% just in the in the last 7 days. The stock has dropped 34%. So if you're not cool with movement like that, it might not be the right one for you. But again, if you're looking at trying to figure out and get into be involved in crypto, then this could be a way for you to join in. I always like to show this as well. Adding in Riot. So Riot is the yellow line and Marathon is the blue line. What do you see that jumps out at you is that these stocks trade with each other. They move up, they move down. Look at, I mean, they're almost perfectly matched to each other, moving up and moving down. Mara has had a little bit higher highs in some of these scenarios, but look at the trend lines are moving down exactly the same. So, if you're looking at valuations and technical and fundamental analysis and those things, and if maybe something doesn't feel right to you from Mara, maybe go take a look at Riot or vice versa. One may appeal to you more better than the other, but you can see kind of similarly, they do they do move together. And I always like to point that out. I see that in stocks in particular sectors, like the EV stocks tend to kind of move and float together in very similar patterns. So it's happening here in crypto as well with Mara and Riot. So I always like to show that. Okay, so let's take Riot off in case we have to refer back to this chart for any reason. Okay, so here's the piece of information I've got for you today. All right, let me get back up here. So basically, hey, look, if this piece of information really kind of covers three main areas. If you're trying to figure out, or you want to be involved in crypto and you don't want to buy the coins themselves, and there are some people that don't. I personally do buy the coins. I mean, I invest in Bitcoin, I invest in Ethereum, but I also like to invest in the technologies that surround them. And the easiest way to do that is by getting involved with the mining stocks, and that predominantly is Mara and Riot. Okay, so go along on the Bitcoin ecosystem with Marathon Digital. As the company hoards powerful mining equipment, you can hoard shares of Mara stock. Also, Mara made an announcement a while ago, it's probably been about a month ago, maybe or more, that all of their Bitcoins that they do mine, they're actually holding. They're not selling them. Okay, so that's another thing that because they're betting, what are they betting on? They're betting on the long-term rise of Bitcoin as it continues to go up. Then their asset, i.e. the coins, will be worth more in the future, right? And so that's that. Okay, so let's take a look real quickly. There are stocks that can benefit from the increase in Bitcoin. Marathon Digital is it. Mara stock could be used as a proxy for Bitcoin in stocks only portfolio. So exactly, if you're looking at maybe a stocks only portfolio and you want to have a little bit of exposure to crypto, or you want to be involved in crypto, this is absolutely potentially the right play for you if, again, it fits your investing style and what you're trying to do. Okay, so again, I've already mentioned this. There's not always a perfect correlation between, Mara and Bitcoin moving up, moving down. Usually there is a corollary as long as kind of the coins are moving up, the miners do move up as well. Actually, a lot of times, frankly, the mining stocks do better percentage-wise than the coins themselves. They really do. So just as a little side note, if you didn't know that. Okay, so Mara, it's also, by the way, I call it Mara, but its real name is Marathon Digital Holdings. Offers strong value as a business. This is a very, very well-run company, and they are making a lot of moves. And you're going to see for that in a minute. There's a piece of information I've got for you that shows that they're doing some pretty significant things to increase accountability and compliance, things like that related to Bitcoins, and we're going to look at that. Okay, so a closer look at the stock. This is actually really interesting if you've never seen this before. I've kind of never looked at this at a real concise kind of detailed analysis of the stock, how it's moved up and down. In the summer of 2020, the stock was priced at less than $1. At that time, the Bitcoin price wasn't really rocketing higher at that time. As Bitcoin moved up quickly in 2021, so did Mara. Amazingly, the stock reached a 52-week high of $57.75 on April 5th. But the stock is a fast mover. After hitting its short-term peak, the share price retraced back to $38.93 on April 16th, and we already looked at it. It's actually dropped a little bit more since this article was written. Okay, this is interesting if you didn't know this. Mara stock has a 5-year monthly beta of 4.67. What does that mean? This implies that the stock has historically moved between 4 and 5 times as fast as the overall stock market. What does that mean? This baby moves around. Okay, she's volatile. Okay, she moves, and so again, if you're not cool with that volatility and that peaks and valleys, might not be the right fit for you. I like it. I personally enjoy the roller coaster with this particular stock. Okay, keep your position size small if that kind of overall movement kind of bothers you a little bit. All right, let's move down here real quickly. Okay. Again, I already told you it's no exaggeration to say that Marathon is hoarding Bitcoin mining machines. I mentioned this. They're also going to be holding all the Bitcoins they mined. So what this is alluding to is they came out earlier, I think it was a month or two ago, and they made a major announcement that they were basically buying approximately, I think it was 105,000 mining rigs. And the name of the game in the Bitcoin mining space, if you don't know this, is mining rigs. It's you need the more mining machines, mining rigs you have, then the more Bitcoin you can mine every single day. Go check out some of my other Mara videos here on my channel if you want some more kind of in-depth analogies of their financials and how many Bitcoins they mine every single day. It's very, 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 very impressive. Okay, this is talking about their production schedule, their delivery schedule of the mining rigs that they bought from Bitmain. Bitmain's the company they bought them from. Okay, so this is a big piece of news in this particular market. Okay, so in August they're gonna, and by the way, they've been taking deliveries of these of about 1,000 to 2,000 units, in this month and previous month, things like that. And then it's kind of looking out. There's deliveries every month, so there's actually months that are not even mentioned here. So like there's going to be deliveries in May, there's going to be deliveries in June, things like that. So, but right here you can see that in August they're going to get 7,000 more machines, September 8,100, October 10,500, and you can see it's very, very loaded towards the end of the year. November 14,700, December 24,500, and January 15,200. After they've got all of these up and running, which they expect to have fully operational by March 31st right here, they will have over 105,000 of these new mining machines up and running. Oh, right there it is, 103,000. That's the exact number. That's not including what they already had. They already had mining machines. This is this new order. This is the total mining fleet. I apologize, which will generate close to 10.37 exahashes per second. That's a lot. And that's what that's going to bring their total mining fleet to 103,000 miners. I apologize for that. I misspoke. I thought they already had some. Anyway, this is their total number. Okay, so they bought about 100,000 units in this order. Okay, so again, the more is better in this scenario. You've got to have these rigs. Now, I want to switch on you. Okay, basically, that was all about the equipment, and before that we talked about kind of the overall opportunity. If you're wanting to get into crypto, maybe not own the coins themselves, and you can again buy the mining. The mining plays are usually the best ways to be involved in crypto. This is new information, and I'm not sure if you've ever heard of this, but this is kind of a big deal. So even beyond the equipment scale, Mara is making its mark by launching, quote, the first Bitcoin mining pool based in North America that is fully compliant with U.S. regulations. This is a big deal, guys, okay? Importantly, these regulations include U.S. anti-money laundering regulations. Not everyone trusts cryptocurrency, so hopefully this mining pool will help to bolster the blockchain's reputation. Marathon Digital Holdings chairman and CEO acknowledges that, quote, many large funds and corporations have expressed concerns over purchasing Bitcoin that may have been tainted by nefarious actors. To help address this issue, on May 1, Marathon will start to direct 100% of its hash rate to a new mining pool. The focus of this mining pool will include transparency, legal compliance, and independent auditability. This is actually a big deal. Okay, so as I see it, the success of this mining pool will be a win-win for the various stakeholders. I agree. It will benefit Marathon Digital Holdings shareholders, no doubt. However, the mining pool could also enhance the reputation, legitimacy, and adoption of the blockchain globally. Okay, so again, you can, as we've talked about, you can own Mara as a replacement for Bitcoin. Okay, and fortunately, given the company's ambitious pursuit of the progress in crypto mining field, Marathon Digital Holdings is a business that's worthy of your investment capital. So let's wrap up with a few final thoughts. So as I mentioned, I am very bullish on this company long term. I'm bullish on Riot long term. I'm bullish on a couple of the other guys. Hive, I own Hive stock. That's a more of a penny stock as of right now. Miner as well. I'm bullish on the whole mining operation surrounding crypto. Okay. Bitcoin and Ethereum predominantly being the two major ones. And it's a scenario where I'm okay with the risk and I'm okay with the volatility. Okay, that's just what that's just what it comes down to. If you're not, then either A, probably not the right fit for you, or B, take a very small bullish position just to have some exposure in crypto in your stock portfolio, and just ride it. Don't view it as a short-term play. View it as a 12-month, 3-year, 5-year kind of play, because what you're really betting on at the end of the day is that crypto is going to continue to become more and more part of our culture, of our society. And you saw with this piece of information today that Mara is making moves to even more legitimize Bitcoin and the blockchain and things of that nature. And I think ultimately that's a really good thing. And so I think that this is a great stock long term. I'm a firm believer in it. And I didn't show you this, but I do want to tell you real quickly that the analysts have said that this is they're projecting that it's a $50 stock inside of 12 months. So there's only one analyst covering it over at TipRanks, and they're saying it's a $50 stock. That's really what they're saying that it's going to be inside of 12 months is. And that represents from the current levels, that's almost a 49% upside return. I think it's a $40 to $50 stock. I agree with this particular analyst inside of 12 months, all tied to the rise or fall, honestly, of Bitcoin and Ethereum. If they continue to rise, which they have been, they've pulled back a little bit as of recent. If they will start to rise back up, then you will start to see that these mining stocks will continue to go up with them. So again, that's kind of what's going on with Mara. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next ones down the road. Take care.